Wayne, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Now, so when I first heard Chris Stapleton, I said, oh my God, when did Wayne get a record out? I mean, the guys sound just like you, but me and Jay, so I'm Swift, by the way, this is Big Jay.
I'm Big Jay.
We were featured dancers with Little Richard, and we knew old Scratchy back in the days. Travis
He was actually the band leader when we joined.
That's right.
Way back in the 90s. Yeah. But this guy here, Wayne Chaney, I always say he's the sticks and we're the bricks. That's how it was. We were from inner city when Little Richard hired us, and you already know where Wayne's from. And it was like, it was a cultural shock because we got thrown in together to go all the way around the world together, and you learn to depend on each other, but first you have to learn to trust each other. And that was my biggest lesson in life.
It was different.
Is learning this guy because he lives full throttle, and he's honest. He's not a BS type person, he's just real. And so when he met us, he was like, what the hell?
We won't tell that other story. I'm sure y'all know there's some stories that I told my wife when he met my wife. Well, we was talking to my wife and he was telling a story. I said, I'm sorry.
But he taught us that people are people, and that was in the most real way. You had to learn that because Little Richard, the first thing he taught us is, I hired you. Nobody can fire you. So you're going to be with the people you're with, whether you like them or not. And you might not like them, but you actually learn to love them because you find out that we're all people. And that's a very, very profound lesson that I learned from just Wayne, because Wayne was brass. But the more I got to know him, I saw talent. I saw truth. I saw honesty, integrity.
Yes.
You know, I saw someone that'd give you the shirt off their back. He was just very honest, and if you're not used to the truth, stay away from Wayne.
Don't ask us again.
And so it was getting used to not being lied to, I think, was the biggest thing about Wayne, because he just told you the truth, he told you how he felt.
Yeah.
And but where he was coming from was always a good place. Always a good, you could tell that he just was a good man. So as we traveled, he got himself in a few jams. James, you talk about that time up there. You talk about that time in Westbury Music Fair when we almost had to beat that guy up before he beat you up.
This guy was huffing and puffing, and he said, Wayne, I'm about to whoop you. And a few choice words, that was very spicy. And me and Jay stood up behind Wayne, and we were maybe 120 pounds soaking wet. He was like, well, you're going to have to beat all of us up. And Wayne looked, I said, well, and then Travis, you was there. And Travis, we all stood up then, and that pretty much sealed the deal. The guy was like, I think I'm good.
But I said that to say that Wayne was always taking the licks for everybody. He would go out there just like the battery story. He was the guy, he was the point guy. If you know anything about the military, he was the guy that would get shot first because he's out there finding out what's wrong, what's right, what do we need. And this guy kept us together from Rio de Janeiro to the south of France, from the Nordic parts of Norway and Denmark and Sweden and Switzerland to
Spokane,
Washington, New York City, which he hated. He hated New York City. Like I said, we loved it because we're the bricks and he's the sticks. He hated New York.
I like the hot dog.
But Little Richard trusted this guy with his entire project. Meaning that Wayne could go out and say, it's time, everything's right, and everything was right, and it was time. And it made me a better professional person because, again, I had to get away from any preconceived notions about what the world would be like. I had to wait and see and find out and then be honest and truthful with myself and whatever we're dealing with. And this is what I learned from Wayne. I learned his daughters, his family, and I do want to say this, Wayne, I'm sorry that Chris ain't here, but you know, that's why from time to time I call you Daddy Wayne, to let you know, never forget. I know you'll never forget him, but I just want you to hear it sometime, because the way you raised him, I'm sure you gave me some of that. It made me a better man, and I'm thankful for that, man.
I'll keep mine short and sweet too, and say, Wayne, 3 o'clock in the lobby. Travis, you know what that means. So every time we would go on tour, and no matter where we were, Wayne would always shout out the time to be downstairs in the lobby, or you getting left, period. Remember, we almost got left in Rio. He did.
My wife is here, sir.
I think it's fair. Anyway, I just want to say, Wayne, as soon as you said, you know, what Charlie called us and told us what was going on, man, we were super excited to be here and over the moon and honored that God put us together, and it's been a blessing in our lives for 20-something years. And if you're offended by what I'm gonna say, I mean, this is the truth. Wayne called us his nappy-headed babies. At first I was like, what the hell? He kept saying it, so I was like, well, I guess that's a term in German, I'm not sure. But I love him. But we watched his girls grow up, and I think, Charlie, when I met you, you were like 11 or 12.
If not younger.
Yeah, younger, and Emma was 4, 3, 4. Oh, I'm telling my age now. Anyway, Wayne, we love you. Wop, bop, loo, bop, wop. Come on, everybody.
Say this. Over last summer in September, we reunited the Little Richard Band. All of us got back together. We recorded a song of appreciation to Little Richard that Swift and I wrote, and we called everybody, and they said yeah, but we didn't feel complete until Wayne said yeah, because then we knew we had the real band back together. We came together. We're filming a documentary about our lives with Little Richard that'll be coming out. The directors are here, and also we reformed ourselves as Bam Boom. And when I think the name of the band is Bam Boom, every night he said, "Wop bop a doo bop a lop bam boom." Come on, everybody! Wop bop. So the Bam Boom from him, not Little Richard, from him.
The emphasis on Bam.